Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bro Banter, the ultimate podcast for dudes and bros. My name is Stefan. With me always is David. We have a super exciting episode today. It's going to be awesome. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Starting off with the recap of last week's picks. So, first off, good job. Good job. David only missed 4. And look, this was an exciting week for football. There were a lot of upsets. So David missed 4 for a total of a 69% correction rate. I'm not going to lie. This was a tough week for picks for your boy. I missed 8 for a 38% correction rate. But don't hold that against me, okay? Don't hold that against me. This is going to be my redemption week, okay? Put a lot of thought into it, did a lot of homework, a lot of investigation. So now that we're done with that embarrassment, okay, let's go ahead and jump right into the bro breakdown. First off, great job predicting the Pats over Bills. That was great. Huge.
Belichick got his 300th win.
Oh my God!
He's already signed another contract, from what I understand. We don't know the details on it. He's getting extended. He's going to be a coach for a few more years, if not at least another decade, depending on what he can do.
So the wording around that is lucrative multi-year contract.
Yeah.
But it was signed in the offseason.
Yeah, but we don't know exactly what it entails, and it only came out due to the fact that he had those losses, and everyone's like, he's going to be gone.
So after I heard that, I immediately wrote that down in my notes. I wanted to talk to you about that. Do you think that has anything to do with the just terrible start to the year? I've asked you a few different weeks. Is Bill Belichick's legacy getting tarnished?
I think the release of that extension and everything is due to the losses. Everyone's like, what's his future, this, that, and the other, and then the deal that came out in the off season that extended him already came out to let everyone know Belichick's not leaving.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what happened.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I really noticed about the start of that game, because that was going at the same time as the Ravens game, and
MVP of the week right there.
Well, and they were both. We'll get there. They were both happening at the same time, but Belichick was playing a little scared while John Harbaugh was definitely playing aggressive. They both got down to a fourth and short. I think it was 4th and 1 for both teams in the red zone, and Harbaugh goes for it, gets the touchdown, and Belichick gets the field goal, his first one to get points on the board. But that was really eye opening to me.
You gotta think of it though. Belichick is coming back from some terrible losses,
but he's an aggressive coach.
You're right. He's trying to build a team that's not really playoff contender, Super Bowl ready from what he had before. Mm-hmm. And he's still trying to get that built. So he's going to put points on the board right off the bat as soon as he can, so he can get some of that off the offense.
So your boy Mac Jones lit it up.
Yeah, that was his best game all year.
Yeah, you guys are best friends. No. In comparison to Allen,
not best friends.
Josh Allen threw 27, completed 27 for 41 attempts, 65%. That's not bad. He had 265 yards, 2 touchdowns with an interception. Your boy Mac, 25 completions for 30 attempts. That's an 83% for you stat takers at home. 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Like I said, his best game this year.
Is there any hope at a repeat of that?
I can tell you right now, they're coming to Miami. And the next game they play is this weekend in Miami. They stopped the long ball last time. We barely squeaked out a win, and that was in New England.
Foxborough was hard to play in.
Yeah, the last, I don't know. I think Tua is undefeated against Belichick and the Patriots since he started. So if that continues, we will clean sweep them again this year like the last 2, even though We haven't had the best, record the last 2 seasons before this. And if we clean sweep, no matter what, we will be on the top of our division again and stay there for at least 2 more weeks because the Bills have lost to 2 teams that we have already beat.
So,
or no, one
impressive
team
pick.
because-
Impressive pick. I didn't see it coming.
Well, it's a division game, and here's one thing I will tell you. When it's in New England, the Bills they have a track record now since Brady's been gone. But Belichick owned them.
I mean, it wasn't a blowout. I mean, it was a few mistakes and.
Well, I'm just saying, previously to Josh
29,
Allen
25
coming and
pass.
Tom Brady leaving, he was winning them all.
That's fair.
So he was bound to get a win against them. Eventually, I was calling it that, and that's why I put it down. I knew it was going to be I thought it was going to be a close game.
So moving right on, we were talking about the game that happened, simultaneously with the Pats Bills game, the Detroit Ravens game.
Yeah, MVP of the week right there. Lamar Jackson knocked it down no matter what anyone else played the whole weekend. He destroyed the Lions.
The Ravens did so. Yeah, I was going to say both the Pats and the Ravens got the win, but Baltimore did so in just spectacular fashion over Detroit, who on most power rankings going into Week 7 were top dogging it. They were top dogging it.
Yeah,
I even said a few weeks going that I believe in Goff.
I still believe in them. I think they're going to come back this week.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, they're going to. Was what a fluke. Did Lamar Jackson win over him?
Yeah.
I think the Ravens do have a good team. I think that much of a blowout was a fluke. I think because Amon-Ra St. Brown still had a great game. I mean, it just didn't get points on the board.
I think we also have to take into consideration that Hall of Famer Terrell Suggs was in attendance. They had to show out for the boy.
Yeah.
So was it the influence from Mr. Suggs? Was it an amazing game for Lamar, or was it just a bad game for Detroit?
I think it's all the above. Detroit's been on a high for a while this year, and at the end of last year, coming off of all those wins, they were bound to have a loss. I didn't think it was going to be a blowout.
The defense from Baltimore was absolutely on fire. You know that they held them for under 100 yards total?
But that's not what that defense normally does. That's what I'm saying. That team normally allows...
The rush defense under 100 yards. Whole team.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, like I said, that defense alone normally allows...
Baltimore's always... They're always very strong defensively.
I think points allowed for their defense this year is under what it was last year, but it's still about 15 to 20 points on opposing teams allowing points on their defense. And they didn't allow none. And that's a offense that's used to putting points on the board.
That's fair. Yeah, Lamar did have an incredible game.
Oh, yeah.
94.9 QBR, 21 completions for 27 attempts, like 77% completion rating. 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Or was it like 300 and...
Yeah, I don't know.
Like 384, like almost very, like just a hair shy.
He's just under, yeah.
But yeah, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown.
That's the best game we've seen the Ravens play this year, and they've had some good wins. That's just the best collective team unit that we've seen them play as this season. So
can we expect either teams to continue those types of performances throughout the rest of the season?
You can't expect Detroit to lose like that again. And it's as simple as that. They're not going to. That probably pissed off the whole team to the point where they're going into next week with a vendetta, or this week. They're not going to play like that again. Can we see the Ravens play like that again? Yeah, but I don't think it'll be all year. I think we may get one or two more games.
I don't know. That was like 2018.
I mean, that was the good level. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like I said,
that was MVP Lamar.
Yeah, we haven't seen that since then. But we can't say that won't continue because, like, I mean, they could have one of those games again this week.
Could.
I mean, who are they playing this week? You got it written down there.
Of course I do.
I don't have every schedule memorized here. Tennessee.
Arizona.
No, Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
sure.
they could definitely have a game like that.
Yeah, they still don't even have a quarterback.
I mean, but you got to look at who they're playing. So they could have that kind of a game again if their defense shows up and stops them.
We'll see. Lamar, if you watch the Banter, I know you don't because there's only like 4 motherfuckers that do. you better have a good game. All right.
Hey, at least he's playing to get paid.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sean Watson.
Because look, he already got paid. He
already got paid.
Lamar's showing out, so next year when he gets the fuck up out of there, he can get buku bucks. Because they just got him on the franchise, didn't they?
No, they signed him to a 200 and.
Did they sign him?
Yeah, fucking, I think 4 years for 200
I thought they didn't
mil.
give him money. No, we're not doing that. I thought they didn't give him money and got Odell
no, they
some weapons.
They were arguing terms, but after they got Odell, they did end up signing him to, I think it's 240 plus mil.
Yeah.
So he got his contract. Here's the thing I will say. Props to you to Lamar for actually playing, because Deshaun Watson has been cleared twice now in games, and he did not come out. This last week he came out and got injured, and he sat out the rest of it.
Well,
I mean, if you're getting cleared by the doctor to go, and you're getting paid 240 mil, he's already got paid. It's guaranteed, so he doesn't have to come out.
Speaking on Lamar, I think a big reason on why he didn't get what he expected that he earned or was owed was just because of his lack of management.
Well, because he doesn't have management.
No, it's his mom.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, dude. Like I love taking your family with you, but you got to get someone who has gone to school or has their hand in the network, someone that can make calls and know like the ins and the outs of the trade and when someone's bullshitting and when they're not and how to negotiate and
especially since they have went to school to know the ticks of the people and what they can actually get out of them. Because he might have got a better deal. We don't know.
Most likely,
I mean, his play alone deserves at least one of those kinds of deals. I don't.
Jalen, who did not win MVP, got an amazing deal.
Right.
And got signed by Jordan.
I mean, he also has
an amazing manager.
Yeah.
Who did exactly what she should have and marketed her brand to the best of her ability. Did it so perfectly because there's not many successful women managers in the NFL.
Right, and nothing against Lamar because that's what he was trying to do. He
take his family with him.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to have to pay somebody out of pocket that his family can help him with, and he can help them at the same time. He's from that kind of area. That's his background.
Right.
So I mean, props to what he got.
But you're ultimately doing yourself a disservice by not taking advantage of it.
Well, yeah, I mean. Give or take what he got versus he might have got 25 extra mil or something, depending on the 4-year contract he could have got, depending on what the Ravens would have been allowed.
I think if Joe Burrow can get paid the type of money that he is, then Lamar can absolutely get paid the type of money.
You're right. And it's not that much different than Burrow's in the law, for what he did. Well, his is no manager. Burrow's is a manager.
I know Jalen's number 3 right now.
Yeah.
Patty's number 1 again. Burrow's number 2. Jalen's number 3.
And I believe that he's number 5. I think he's above Deshaun Watson, but below Rodgers when it came to all those deals that kicked out.
Deshaun Watson's deal.
Well, I mean, he's getting paid to sit on the bench.
Well, and almost fucked up the market.
Yeah, I honestly, I think he did fuck up the market because I understand a quarterback is something you need in the game. The issue is you also need weapons around him, and if you can't afford the weapons around him, you have to restructure deals.
You know who I think is absolutely gonna go on. Actually, I don't know if I want to say this. I don't think they'll go on strike, but I think that there's gonna be some heavy microscopes under the running back position and the increase in salary for them.
Well, yeah, because I mean they're going to get screwed out of a lot right now because
Most of them are.
wide receivers, that market went up with Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hills, and all those deals. The quarterback market got blown out because of the deal that Deshaun Watson got. It was guaranteed. And with a guarantee contract like that, everybody else is going to want that too, so they don't have to fall back.
And then you got, like, if it's not guarantees, it's going to be these $500 million deals like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is slotted around these extra deals.
Right, like he gets paid his following year, the first year.
Yeah. So
it's weird. He's still getting
it helps team dynamic to pay those other people, and you're still getting paid. So those kind of deals is what made the Patriots what they were with Tom Brady, because they could pay those other people. And that's just something that people need to understand when they're making those deals is you're hindering the whole team if you make it.
You're being a paid man.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Understand. Moving on, speaking of Tom Brady, he would be absolutely disappointed. He would be proud of the Patriots, be disappointed in the Buccaneers because they lost to a really it was ugly. I'm gonna come out and say it was ugly. It was the ugly Atlanta Falcons. They were ugly. It was ugly. Really.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
No, not at all, man. The one play that was really like the most.
They brought it out with a win, but it was.
Like the prettiest part about it wasn't even pretty. It was really just the most notable was the Drake London like.
Oh yeah.
God, dude, you want to talk about putting yourself on the
body
line.
awareness is all I'm saying.
Dude, and then to have Desmond Ridder fumble at the very next snap.
Yeah, which killed me. Yeah.
You kidding me, dude? You almost lost your number one wide receiver. You can't even hold on to the ball. God,
yeah,
nasty scorpion dive to the 2, trying to make the touchdown. Bijan Robinson. I don't want to get too far into it because, as you can imagine, I have him in another segment as well. But his tummy hurt. He had a headache.
Yeah, you get paid millions of dollars, even if you're on a rookie contract. You're getting paid almost $1 million a year to prove that you're worth even in that position.
He didn't feel good.
A bellyache is not a reason.
We don't even know if it was a bellyache. He just didn't feel well. He didn't tell me.
Even if you got a little headache, I don't really care. Itchy
throat.
The only thing that I could see is if you have like a lung issue, bronchitis.
No.
Walking pneumonia.
No.
If you need to breathe and you have a sickness that's hindering you to breathe because you are doing that stuff, I could see that as being an illness.
No, I wouldn't.
This whole I don't feel good.
Was it?
I'm calling in sick today.
Inner ear infection.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Stub toe, actually. That's what it was.
He what is that? He scratched his pinky.
It was emotional damage. It wasn't even physical. He didn't feel well in his heart.
Yeah, he had anxiety for sucking so
bad. Browns Colts. This was probably the most entertaining game of Sunday.
Myles Garrett, man.
Oh my God, dude!
Defensive Player of the Week,
Jesus
right there.
Christ! I know we've talked about it before.
2 sacks that ended up in forced fumbles.
Dude, so I want to see NFL. If you watch the Banter, and I know you don't because there's only like 4 motherfuckers. But if you do, and if you ever decide to, welcome and give the NFL players the opportunity to do anabolic steroids. Just load Myles Garrett up on fucking dextro and T, as much testosterone as his body will take. DK Metcalf also, do it to him also. I want to see what human beings can do. Really.
Yeah. I'm against it, but that's just me personally.
Why?
I don't.
I'm not saying like...
That's body harming.
Don't make them do it if they don't want to, but if they want to, let them, you know?
I don't know. If you put Parsons and Garrett and hop them both up, you're going to have a dead offense.
Dude.
I don't care how good the quarterback can scramble. I don't care how big
No, dude, we'll put the quarterback.
linemen are.
No, we'll put the quarterback on meth. We'll put the quarterback. We'll put the quarterback on.
You could have a Michael Vick and put Parsons and Myles Garrett roided out like you want.
Put the quarterback on
Vick
cocaine.
would wish he was back in jail.
Put the quarterback on cocaine. Listen, put the quarterback on cocaine. Defensive players on testosterone and steroids. Put the wide receivers on meth.
Oh my god.
Motherfucker, put the lineman on PCP. Dude, I would pay to watch that every Sunday. I'd pay by the hour. I'd pay by the hour.
This is ridiculous.
Are you hearing me?
You could literally pull off that in the Midwest, just getting homeless people and just watch them play on the field.
You think?
I'm just
Is
saying.
that what the XFL is?
I don't know. I think they're trying to make the XFL like a minor league version of the NFL so they can pick people up and drop them down.
Anyway, we said it was the most interesting part, and we barely talked about it. So, Browns pulled out a narrow victory to who? Who was it? I told you, dude. Just let him get his feet wet. Let him do a little bit. You're like, no, he's not even taking RB1 spot, blah, 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 blah. We'll get into it. PJ Phillips, this kid, he didn't really do anything impressive. I just really spoke about him because he was originally drafted by the Colts and then somehow made his way onto the Browns. And Watson played like 5 snaps, but then Phillips took over for the other 32. 15 for 32, that's a 46%. It's trash. He didn't get any touchdowns, but got an interception. 178 yards. So it seemed written in the stars, but it was the rushing game by the Browns. Really, it was 2 players. It was Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt.
I didn't think he was going to have that good of a game.
Kareem?
No, yeah, Kareem.
Why? Because he's old?
Yeah, I mean,
You're old.
You're right. I don't play running back.
Not only did he play running back, but he got 2 touchdowns, and one of them was the game-winning.
Where was he on your schedule?
He was on the bench. He was on the bench.
He's over here telling me I'm wrong, but he still left him on his bench.
Did I lose?
Homie,
Did I lose?
I get it. A close win's still a win.
The only thing that I lost this week was the picks to you somehow.
Well, you know.
Well, you know, fuck off. The Colts, Gardner Minshew, that dude. You know what really pisses me off about him is he lost both of.
What, he was an Eagle last year and he lost?
Yeah.
And now he's looking great?
No, he lost. He's still losing.
I mean,
he's still losing. The Colts did play great though. Gardner Minshew had a decent game, 15 for 23, that's 65%.
Yeah, touchdown himself too.
305 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a rushing.
Yeah. Those stats alone, if you would have put him as a backup.
But
some of these
to be fair, Denzel Ward, that's where the interception went to.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great defensive player. The Browns are great. Lots of flags against the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of flags against the Colts. Couldn't beat Hunt, Ford, and the officials. 39-38, 1 point. And look, not only did the Colts get Gardner Minshew from the Eagles, they also got Shane Steichen, our offensive coordinator, who was a huge catalyst to a lot of our success last year. And we're going to get into the Eagles here in just a minute, but I just wanted to really point out the importance of Shane Steichen. Arizona, Seattle. I didn't really give a shit about this game, to be honest with you. Lackluster loss by Arizona against Seattle, except this is really the only thing that I wanted to talk about from this entire game. The offensive tackle, DJ Humphrey, when he bitch slapped the official. Bitch!
We say bitch slap.
It was.
I mean,
When you get bitch slapped by an offensive tackle, it's like a bear.
When you get pawed, it will feel like a bitch slap.
When you're 5'10 and 64 years old and you get bitch slapped by a 6'8", 305-pound offensive tackle, yeah, and it has brain damage. Ended up
Booting them.
Yeah, ejecting them from the game. Most likely a fine too.
Probably. Anytime you contact the official in an aggressive
Oh,
way.
you can't hit the refs, man.
Yeah.
Broncos, Green Bay. Broncos 19, Green Bay 11. Wait, that might be 17. I don't know. I didn't really give a shit about that game either, except. Wait, what were we just talking about? Humphrey's getting a fine. Speaking of fines, the Broncos, dude, the Broncos quarterback, Kareem Jackson. So this dude, he joins. You remember a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Mac Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I hate Mac Jones?
Well, because he's a dirty player.
Because he's a dirty fucking dog, dude. He's a dirty bitch.
I mean, look what he did this week, though.
And Mac Jones, fuck off.
Listen, I hate the Patriots probably 1,000% more than this guy because they're in my division and they're a rival.
Yeah, I don't really hate him. I just don't like Mac Jones. I don't like anybody that purposely goes out of their way to hurt other players. That's a bitch. That's a bitch. So, joining the camp of bitches, I mean dirty players, is Broncos quarterback Kareem Jackson. And let me tell you why. Dude enters week 7. We were talking about fines. Guess how much in fines from unnecessary roughness? $89,670.
What?
Swear to God. And is ejected Sunday with another unnecessary roughness call and most likely another fine. So let's go ahead and just.
I didn't watch that game.
Well, we'll talk about it. And you can check the replays after this, dude. It was fucking crazy. Crazy. So check this out. If he doesn't receive a fine and a suspension, I'll be wildly just blown back. So it was a head-to-head collision with Luke Musgrave.
Okay.
So week 1.
Was it like deliberate? You could tell it was deliberate?
Yeah, dude. Because a
lot of these, everyone, you know,
like the one that we were arguing.
they're not deliberately head to head. Now, if you stiffen and you're like spearing a mofo,
yeah,
then,
like the one that we were arguing where he was in the air and going up.
because he stiffened his head.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why the call happened.
No, he drops and.
Really?
Yeah. So head-to-head collision with.
That's targeting.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So he was ejected, and 89,000. You know.
All right.
It's week 7. Week 1, 14,819 head-to-head collision with Jacoby Myers.
That's his concussion.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember that one.
Week 2, $19,669. Another head-to-head collision
That
with
was Thomas.
Logan
wasn't it?
Thomas. Yeah.
That was the tight end.
Yep. Week 3, $11,473. That was multiple low hits to the Dolphins. He was trying to take out knees.
Yeah, he was.
Week 6, $43,000. This was the one right before Musgrave. They were upping it because they had a head-to-head collision with Isaiah Pacheco week 6.
Well, I mean, at the beginning of the year, it didn't look like he was actually purposely trying to do it.
But now we've established a pattern.
Yeah, we've got a pattern now.
Every
it's just
week.
Every week it's happening. He's targeting people. He's targeting low blows.
Yeah.
I mean, that alone should be a suspension.
Yeah.
We're
out
at
of
week 7.
7 weeks, he's got 5 unnecessary roughness calls.
Yeah.
Not only just calls, but grievous enough that he has been ejected and fined for multiple times. So.
I mean, that's suspensionable right there.
Yep. Dirty bitch. Dirty bitch. I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one for now. We'll go ahead. We'll do them in order. Go ahead, Rocket. Philadelphia and Miami.
I mean, I told you last week I have them losing in Philly. I even put it on my picks. I had them losing in Philly.
We were talking a big game though.
Yeah, I mean, I said if they won here, we shouldn't have much to worry about at all in the AFC with our games coming up. And I said it would be a close game. It was not a close game.
It was for a while. And listen, I will say this, man. It was a great game. Obviously, it was my favorite game of the entire weekend. Not just because it was our two teams, but because it was a genuinely interesting game. Tua, here's the deal. We absolutely could have gotten beat if Tua could have kept the consistency at which he was getting the ball off consistently, when he was getting it off quick, it was dangerous.
Yeah.
Because Tyreek is just too fast.
I mean, he blew by 3 people and got that one in the end zone.
I that's what I said to you in that moment. He's just too fast. He's too fast.
And the best part of that, too fast, is when you can hit him in stride.
Yep.
And that's what he did in the end zone.
Yep.
I mean, if you can hit somebody that fast in stride and you can predict almost to a T where he's going to be, at least to give him a shot to fight for the ball, you're going to give somebody with the athleticism of Tyreek Hill 99% of the time to get that ball.
Right. Right. I will absolutely say that the first half, and really ever since we lost Shane Steichen, because what you've seen, the improvement in Indianapolis has, I wholeheartedly believe, a direct reflection of not only the weapons that they've gotten as far as players go, but as far as Shane Steichen. The dude is an amazing offensive coordinator and is proving to be an amazing head coach. But what Jalen has done in the offseason and early into this year is he's not as dual threat as he should be. He's become a lot more of a pocket passer. Last year, Jalen got close to 300 yards in 2 games. He's done that consistently. Even in the game that he threw 3 picks, it was 280 yards that he threw.
Yeah, he had some yards.
But after the second half, after they came back, that second half Jalen, that's what we, as an Eagle fan, are used to seeing and what we love to see. That unpredictability, that dual threatness, that converting third downs, running, causing danger both offensively on your own legs and with your arm, and playing through injury. I would absolutely say that Jalen drinking some of Mike's secret stuff in the locker room. You know what I'm talking about from Space Jam? Mike's secret stuff. Our defense and the refs. That's what lost you guys the game.
Yeah.
41-17. The Bears.
The Bears.
This game pissed me off. Not even because I had Jacoby in, guys. I have got both Devontae and Jacoby. So listen, I'm so weird with my fantasy. I've got like wide receiver 1 and 2s for multiple teams.
It does.
I got running back 1 and 2 for multiple teams. Like I got Jerome and Kareem.
Oh yeah, you got Ford, and both of them were on his bench.
Yeah, I got Devontae and Jacoby. I have AJ and I have AJ
Smith.
and Smith and Julio
now.
and Goddard.
Picked him up.
And
Yeah,
Goddard.
Goddard's the tight end.
Yeah, and Goddard. Shit, we didn't even talk about Julio. Welcome back, Julio. If you watch this, I know you don't because only got 4 motherfuckers that watch this.
Reception.
Yep, and he's gonna heat up too, dude. Quez Watkins.
He's a house.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. His height, his build, he's a house.
Yeah, and he's old too, but.
Yeah, but he's a house. I mean, athletics. Yeah.
The Bears smacked Las Vegas, dude. Smacked them. Devontae made a huge deal about.
Jimmy G's coming back this week though. Off injury. They had their backup QB in.
What's that kid's name?
Hoyer, I think.
He didn't do too bad. It'd be cool when Jimmy G gets back, but I don't think it's gonna do much more to Devontae's attitude.
I don't think so either. He wants to go.
Yeah,
and the Raiders aren't going to let him go because they did so much to get him anyways.
Yes. Well, I don't think
he's not getting the looks he needs.
He is though. Look, he got so many targets. So many targets, dude. Just could not capitalize.
I'm talking about games besides this week.
Why would you talk about games besides this week?
Because
This is the one.
This aggression is built up.
But this is the one
year.
where he threw a fit about Jacoby being wide receiver 1, and so there was a noticeable, measurable difference in attention to Devontae Adams.
Yes.
And he still didn't capitalize.
Yes, you're right. At the same time, with Jimmy G coming back this week, I'm going to see more targets going to Adams. I'm going to see Jacoby Myers more of a number 2.
You think so?
Due to this, yes. And I think we're going to see Devontae Adams prove his worth and his mouth. If they give him the targets that he feels like he deserves, just like Justin Jefferson will get in there on the sidelines if he ain't getting no looks.
But versus Detroit.
I get it. Detroit has...
You got him winning?
No.
Okay. Okay.
But do I have Devontae Adams putting up some numbers? Yeah.
Do you have Devontae putting up more numbers?
He's going to get at least 150 reception yards.
Do you think he's going to do better than Jacoby?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so because they only got 1 or 2 choices.
What's that?
Give him more looks like he thinks he deserves. Just like if you watch the sidelines, just like A.J. Brown. He got pissed off when he was going off on Hurts on the sidelines. Everyone saw it because he wants the ball.
Well, every wide receiver wants the ball.
Right, but wide receiver 1 wants the ball more than 2, and Smith was getting it more.
He was capitalizing more.
Because he was getting the looks. And the reason why he was getting the looks, if you notice from that week and the following weeks, he started to get more looks because he was actually turning around sooner and giving the quarterback an option.
Yeah. He was putting his availability out there.
Yes. So
that's how it should be based. They should.
A.J. Brown is used to going down further and then looking. But Hurts was getting rid of the ball sooner because Smith was looking sooner and he had that option. It was available.
Look, and as the quarterback, if it's a good quarterback, which Jalen is a good quarterback, the fact that he's seeing Devontae first shouldn't play a factor into his decision like that as much as it should be opportunity and percentage.
Right, but if you're losing the game, right?
You're going to go short.
Well, if you're losing the game, that wide receiver 1 wants to win the game so bad he wants all the looks no matter what.
Everybody wants that there.
But you can tell on the sidelines.
I know.
Just on the sidelines alone, that wide receiver 2 is okay with the looks he gets.
I wouldn't say that the wide receiver 1 wants to win it any more than the wide receiver 2.
I wouldn't, but I'm saying they want the looks more so that they can say that they did what they could to win or lose that game.
I think that's just an individual thing.
Okay, but the individual that makes a wide receiver 1 has that ethic, that work ethic. Jalen Waddle would be a wide receiver 1 on a lot of teams because he has that work ethic.
We
have Tyreek Hill. He has that same work ethic. Justin Jefferson.
So hang on.
Oh, let me finish.
Because all wide receiver 2s would be wide receiver 1. So we can't just say wide receiver 1s are like this.
To the most part.
No,
You're telling me because Justin Jefferson shows it every game.
They would. Every wide receiver. As
long as he can suit up, he does it.
Every wide receiver.
Who's wide receiver 2 as the Viking?
Addison.
The rookie.
Addison,
yeah. He does. Okay, just like Thielen last year. They're not the ones that are going to fight with the quarterback on the sideline to get those looks.
The rookie's not.
Neither is Thielen was the veteran that helped Jefferson become who he was when he got there.
I don't think Jefferson's going to do that.
Jefferson's already proven he does.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen it. I saw it last year and I saw it this year. He's already argued on the sidelines and went to Cousins and said, me.
Hang on, guys.
Just like Jamar Chase said, throw it. I'm going to catch it. You know? These players have that work ethic and that ability, and they're going to want that. Devontae Adams has that same want, and he's used to getting it, and he hasn't been because Jacoby Myers turns around faster. He's the short slot every time. You see what I mean? Devontae Adams is trying to go long and catch the ball for a touchdown every time almost.
I don't think that's it either because even as the dominant wide receiver 1, getting the more looks, Jacoby Myers still did better.
But he's capitalizing on being able to be open.
Yeah. So I don't think it's. Yeah. Danny lost to Chicago, 30-12. 30-12. They were spinning wheels, man. Josh McDaniels. Dude, you're getting fucking fired. You're gonna get fired.
You know, actually, Raiders fans are calling for his demise.
For his resignation
Yeah.
and shit? Yeah. Dude, you can't do that to You can't do that to the Raiders. They'll throw a bathtub through your fucking window.
What the issue is, I mean, just like NHL, the Vegas hasn't really had a professional sports team until the NHL got them, the Black Knights, and the NFL. The Raiders had to find somewhere to go, and they were like, "Come here." They built a brand new stadium, everything for them. Okay, they earned another fan base just going there, and the fan base alone is not one you really want to mess with. It's kind of like the Eagles when they win something, they destroy their whole fucking town.
Well, it's not just Las Vegas. They also have Oakland because those motherfuckers are.
Well, yeah, they're original fans, and now they're new fans.
Psychotic as
I
well.
mean, it's as simple as you're taking a team.
You got bar fight meets fucking 2:00 gambler.
/ LSD in the bathroom before you go back out and box again.
That's fucking crazy.
You know, that's who you got for a fan base to start off with, and then you get the new ones that are out of Vegas and everything else that finally have somebody to root for in their hometown.
You know why you guys lost? Speaking of fan bases, it's because he did the Philly bird flap.
Jalen Phillips first game back, sacked him.
When I saw that,
Smack lunch.
When I saw that dude, I was like, oh my god, that's like putting another team's jersey on Rocky statue. You just don't do that.
Hey, 10-0 penalties. Kind of killed ourselves at the same time we fought a team and the refs. We were fighting their home base. Like I said, I called it a loss before.
There were what, and it wasn't like we didn't get any penalties. It was just at the time that will you listen, let me finish.
It wasn't.
Will you fucking let me finish? Jesus Christ.
Don't start it off with it wasn't like we didn't get.
It wasn't like we didn't get any penalties. It was just at the same time we were getting penalties, you were also getting penalties.
Penalties when a flag is thrown.
Yeah.
So if no flag was thrown,
we were getting flags thrown. You were just also getting flags thrown.
The only flag that was thrown was on that first tush push when technically
dude, we were getting flags thrown too. It's just at the same time you were also getting flags thrown and they were offsetting our penalties. Yes. How many penalties offset?
One.
No. I think it was 3. I think it was 3.
And one of them shouldn't even been the one that I said. The one that actually was flags thrown should not have been an offsetting. It should have been Miami's flag legally, because Jason Kelsey can put his hand down there.
Yeah.
And the hand that they saw, they said was the defensive lineman. It was not. It was Jason Kelsey.
Yeah.
The offensive lineman. It was Jason Kelsey's left arm, and he can do that.
He can be completely over the ball like that.
Well, yeah, his hand was behind it with his arm on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that second arm and hand was Jason Kelsey's left arm.
Mm-hmm.
It was not actually an Eagles offensive lineman. That one should have just been on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some blown calls that whole game.
And look,
but
I'm really happy that we were able to have that conversation. So now that you're not on the phone, what do you think about what I said about the roughing the passer?
One step.
I know, but the ball had left his hand before the first step.
The ball left his hand as he was about to take his first step. His foot was already down, so he still has a step.
He took another step after the first step. So the ball was gone with the first step.
His ball was released. His arm was forward. It was still in his hand.
No.
And he took that one step.
No.
What he did on the aftermath, after he took the step, is put a little shove to it.
And then kept.
If he would have just touched him and kept going,
at the
same time,
I think even if he would have just went like chest him and stopped, But the locking here and
Well,
then
yeah, he
continuing to
shoved.
go.
Well, it was he shoved.
Yeah.
He did the one step and he shoved. Do I think that should have been roughing the passer? No. Because, well, for one, don't be a bitch. You're playing football. Okay? Tom Brady cried for anything.
Stop
Don't
it.
be a bitch.
Stop it.
It's by the rules, that one is only up to interpretation due to the fact that all the rules were followed except for the shove at the end. Every policy states that he can take a foot and use his hands to stop. He can't shove. That would have been a personal foul. I get it.
So I'll send you the replay again and watch it frame by frame. So the ball is gone before he takes that first step. So the second step and then the arm is a conscious movement.
Yeah, the conscious movement is the step was going to happen.
Yeah.
The conscious movement is shoving.
Yeah. He didn't have to even touch him.
No, well, he was going to touch him anyways. He was going that fast. He didn't have to do this.
He didn't have to touch him. There was a whole nother step going to him after the ball was already gone. He could have taken that step left or even more right.
No, he only took one step.
No.
Yes.
No.
One.
Watch it right now.
One.
We're going to take a pause, everyone. Nope.
It's probably on YouTube.
No, it's on Facebook. I sent it to you. Yep. Hit that. Let me see it.
What?
Hang on.
Hold on.
I know exactly where it's at. Quit touching my fingers. First step.
No,
Ball's
his
gone.
foot's on the ground, the ball's gone. This step after is the one step.
Yeah, this step right here coming up, he could have taken this more left or more right and could have missed him entirely.
Well, here's what I'm talking about with the push.
Yeah, the hands coming up now. That's a conscious decision. He didn't have to do that.
Hands coming up after the push. That one step is still legal. The hands coming up after the push is a conscious decision.
Yeah, he didn't.
And then he acted like he wanted to turn away after he did it.
Well, yeah.
At the same time, is that roughing the passer?
Yes, it's a late hit. Yes, it's a late hit. Let's see this. Yes, that's roughing the passer.
I mean, if that's roughing the passer, I mean, a horse collar choke slam hold is technically a hold then at that point. I'm just saying, quarterbacks are a bunch of bitches these days. Big Ben would have picked them up and thrown them. Jalen Hurts just fell over.
Look at that.
And Tua's taking shoves like that, and we don't get those calls because, well, our quarterback's not a bitch.
So you agree with that as roughing the passer? Yeah? Look at that. Yeah. Late pass. Anyway, thanks, Tom Brady.
Yeah, you better thank him. He was one of the biggest crybabies when it came to touching him.
Dude, we've already talked about the Las Vegas game. Now, somehow we went back to the Eagles. What are you doing? Go back to the show.
I'm here.
Chiefs Chargers. What are you doing?
Chief Chargers. I have the Chargers winning that one.
Which it probably would have been close.
I was calling a close game inside myself. I was like, the Chargers might actually pull out a win here because it's a division game. The Chiefs really haven't been a solid 100% Chiefs like they were at the end of the year last year. I could see Justin Herbert and the Chargers taking that as, 2-3 point lead and win. That's why I picked him.
No Mike Williams though. He's out.
Yeah, he's out.
Uh,
Well, I mean, you still got an arsenal there. Everett, Keenan Allen.
I never expected it to be 31-17 though. Pull out a win. What you thought would be an upset, I thought it would be close. You know, old Kelsey had to show up for his girly friend.
The best game he had all year so
150
far.
plus yards.
Yeah. Offensive player of the week, I believe.
Probably.
That's what I would put him. I mean, there were some pretty good offensive players, but I would put Kelsey just in his performance alone, offensive player of the week for week 7.
And then probably the biggest upset of the week.
Well, I mean, for everybody else.
For everybody.
I called it.
It was an upset.
I called the upset though.
17-22.
I even messaged him after I sent it to him. I said I got a couple upsets in here I think are gonna happen. I got 2 of them right off the bat.
Dude, Minnesota was just lights out. Back-to-back losses for San Francisco. So fuck you guys. We're the kings of the NFC.
He's one of the most accurate passers. And if you give him people that he can throw the ball to, he's not specific to one individual unless he has to be. And that's when, like, Jefferson at the second part of the fourth quarter or something, and they're behind and he's just pissed off, and he starts throwing it to Jefferson because he wants it all the time. And then they come back like they did last year on that crazy comeback last year in the second half.
Dude, Kirk Cousins is not a good quarterback. I mean, he's an okay quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. Had a great game.
That offense is nothing to
35 completions for 45 attempts, 77%, 378 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
I mean, that offense is not something to sleep about.
Can we talk about Brock Purdy?
What about him? He still has the best 9 games out of a rookie quarterback starting. You can't take Mr. Irrelevant and say he's a fraud.
I'm not saying he's a fraud. I'm just saying that he's not as good as you think he is. He's not top tier echelon. It's the system around him, and we can see that because this is back-to-back where the loss is attributed to his mistakes and them able to hold Christian McCaffrey back. They held the Niners to under 74 yards total rushing. Christian McCaffrey had 15 carries for 45 yards. 1 touchdown with a fumble. Will you get off your phone?
I'm not texting right there.
No, I know, but I'm watching you. Not pay attention at all. What did I even just say?
Well, Christian McCaffrey being overused again.
15 carries for 45 yards. Had a touchdown because of that small run at the goal line, but he also had
He's being overutilized, and every team's seeing it.
When they had that fumble loss in the
first,
first,
it's as simple as that. Everyone's seeing him being overutilized, so all they have to do is take him out of the game. And if that offense is not built around Brock Purdy passing the ball to
everyone,
a system is only as good as the system can be if everyone knows you run that same system.
Is Brock Purdy the weakest person in the system?
No.
Who is?
The coaching staff.
Get the fuck out of here.
Simple as that.
But Kyle
Brock
Shanahan
Purdy
is probably
himself,
the strongest part of that entire thing. Because talent without
you can't tell me that
is,
Shanahan is giving Brock Purdy the option to make adjustments as much as he wants. Because it's a system built around whatever Shanahan wants.
He doesn't. What do you mean?
We've seen Brock Purdy throw darts. And he's throwing it into a pocket where he's assuming someone's going to be, and it ends up being a defender.
No. He is not. He's not doing shit like we saw Tua do. Tua anticipated where his receiver was going to be and put the ball there.
Brock Purdy also watching it.
Brock Purdy is throwing it to other people.
Brock Purdy's throwing it into a zone spot. That's what he's doing.
He's not reading defense.
But he's not he's never had to.
Right.
Because,
And
he's never had to in the 49ers.
What he's never had. Well, look, what I'm saying is that
he's never had to as a 49er.
Even if he does have to develop, can we agree that alone makes it to where he is? Because everyone has the opportunity.
Everyone has to develop.
But the level of development, if you would say, outside of Kyle Shanahan, is Brock Purdy the weakest on the team?
Pat Mahomes' first 9 games as a rookie starting, rating of a 92.5, 20 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's 9 games of him starting. Okay? What we have is a system to look at. Brock Purdy's first 9 games as a starting, 107.3 rating, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in 9 games. Rookie seasons, okay? Everyone says Mahomes is the greatest of all time in this decade and this season, right? You're taking a guy that was literally a third string, last pick of the draft, and putting him into a system. He's used to college. You're putting him into a system where he just puts it in a spot. That's supposed to be there. That person's going to be there. This is going to be there. He doesn't have to read the defense at that point because it's being read for him.
No, he absolutely still does. Yes, he absolutely still does.
The people that need to read the defense
is the quarterback.
Supposed to be. But in that system,
he's the only one.
In that system, what you have is Deebo Samuel reading defenses, Christian McCaffrey being overused reading defenses.
No, but they shouldn't.
They shouldn't have to, but that's what they're doing.
Why?
Because they've had to with Jimmy G and all them other motherfuckers.
No, when Jimmy G is out, Jimmy G reads defenses and makes adjustments. The reason that they're doing what you're saying, and I don't even think that they're doing that. I don't think that adjustments are happening on defense unless it's coming from the coaching staff because of the lack of awareness from Brock Purdy. And the reason
he's never had the awareness. What I'm saying is,
I know, but hold on, let me finish.
He's got two losses.
Hold on, listen to me. The reason that Brock Purdy's stats are elevated in that sample size in comparison to Patrick Mahomes is because of the offensive weapons around him.
Who did Patrick Mahomes have as a veteran above him to learn off of?
A guy. Wait.
Who did he have? Alex Smith.
Yeah, who was a veteran quarterback, but he.
Who did Brock Purdy have?
Jimmy G.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was a third string.
Okay. They all still train together, eat together.
I get it.
Film together.
But he's not going to get as much attention as Mahomes does from Alex Smith because Mahomes is number 2. And he's going to replace him, and he knows that. So that's going to get more attention. Third string is only there just in case the backup goes down and he's starting. So he's not going to get the attention.
It's better to learn from Jimmy G than it is Alex Smith. No. Alex Smith ever won a Super Bowl? Yeah. Jimmy G did. And
Jimmy G is mid to bottom tier quarterback.
At that time, Travis Kelce wasn't the number 1 tight end.
Mid to bottom tier quarterback. In my opinion, Jimmy G. He throws over the center every time. How many Super Bowl wins or NFL Super Bowl winners have any kind of good anything? There's a lot more that didn't show Super Bowl appearances. That's why they're not Hall of Famers. That still have a ring.
No. If you're a quarterback.
You think Jimmy G's gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
But he's got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
I think if
Brock Purdy's going to be in the Hall of Fame?
I think if Brock Purdy goes the way he does, he's going to have at least one Super Bowl ring.
He won't. And
he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
What I'm saying is that my entire basis is that once Brock Purdy is off rookie contract, actually getting paid, has to lose weapons around him, where you only have one other superstar, maybe 2.
All you have to do is restructure a couple of those deals with bonuses, and the players that have those big deals are going to get paid more, and then structure another deal to give Brock Purdy over $1 million.
You're gonna have to give Brock Purdy over $100 million, and to do that, you're going to lose either Kittle, McCaffrey, or one of the.
I don't think you'll have to give him over $100 million. I don't think so.
They absolutely will.
After his rookie contract, I think probably about 70 mil, and then you can restructure that.
No, I'm saying that
team
he'll
to get
average like 42 to 45 million, and it'll probably be a 5-year deal. It's going to be over 100 million.
I mean, it might, but
He will. He'll probably be the top 5th highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
oh, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not with the 200 plus mil 4-year contracts that's out there already.
Hang on, guys.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you playing on your phone?
Shut up.
What are you playing on your phone for?
Is this episode 4? I'm not playing on my phone. I'm making sure that we're still on Spotify. Yeah, and you're not going to be able to have that Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and Deebo Samuel, and Nick Bosa, and Fred Warner. You can't. It's not enough money. Those dudes are all superstars. Those are all Pro Bowl one positions.
I get it. I think if you restructure it right, and I think the 49ers can do it, they could keep Brock Purdy.
They can. They're going to keep Brock Purdy, but they're going to lose. They're going to franchise around Brock Purdy, but they're going to lose almost everything else.
I don't think so.
Yeah. If you think Christian McCaffrey isn't going for the biggest check that he can, you're insane. If you think George Kittle is not going for the biggest check that he can,
he's like top 10 tight end. That's about it right now.
He's top 3.
And top 7.
Top 3.
This season? Top 3 this season.
It's George Kittle, dude.
And he's getting older.
What?
And he's not producing
so
like he
is Travis
did.
Kelce, but he's still
But
got.
Travis
he's still
Kelce
averaging
is
over
producing.
1,000. So is George Kittle. Are you kidding me, dude?
He's had one good game this year.
What are you talking about?
A great game. He's always good no matter what. He always blocks more than he does anything when it comes to most of these. But he has ran the ball pretty good, and he has caught some passes, but he hasn't had breakout games.
Dude, George Kittle is arguably every single year talked about as the best tight end. I don't know what you're talking about. George, yes.
Okay.
He absolutely is. Deebo's going to have the downfall before George Kittle.
He's already having it down. He's got injuries last year, the year before, and then injuries this year. That guy plays through injuries.
But, I mean...
You're talking about somebody who plays through injuries. That motherfucker plays through injuries.
But, yeah, dude, yeah,
he will literally destroy his body for the team.
They're most likely going to structure everything around Brock. But I think they might do what they can to keep Ayuk too.
Probably.
He's young.
Yeah. Deebo's on his last year or 2 or 3 or however he can continue to play injured all the time.
I think they'll.
That guy's gonna be in a nursing home if he keeps doing what he's doing.
I think they'll try to talk C-Mac into sticking around. But I don't see it happening. But speaking on tight ends, dude, tight end day was a fucking blast, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Kelce, 12 for 13 receptions, 92.3%, had 179 yards total, dude. That's insane for a tight end. 1 touchdown though. 35.9 fantasy points, dude. Lit it up. Darren Waller.
Beast mode. He's on his bench all the way.
Why wouldn't he be?
Because he hasn't produced all year.
Right, why wouldn't he be? Why would he
Darren
be
Waller, a name like that, and he hasn't produced at all this year.
Hadn't done shit, but he got 7 receptions for 98 yards and a touchdown for 22.8 points, dude. He was like the second highest ranking.
Not in Vegas,
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Who was it, Kittle?
No. Kittle didn't do much.
Then yes, it was Darren Waller. You don't have to do that. You can go to players. Stop.
You know, leaders for tight ends.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, Hawkinson, Andrews, which I have both of those. Laporte, Waller. So he was number 5.
Mark Andrews did 22.3 points. Darren Waller did 22.8. Yeah, you're also looking on season stats.
Oh, week.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so, your boy's right, thank you. 22.8 points, second leading tight end.
Jeez, I had 30 and 4 on my team.
Third leading, Mark Andrews. Great job, dude. 4 receptions, 63 yards. Huh?
And then Hawkins.
Yeah. 63 yards, 2 touchdowns, 22.3 points. I'm skipping right over Hawkinson because Dalton Kincaid. My God. Dude, did you see that kid?
The Buffalo game? Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, he's a rookie. He's a rookie.
He's only going to go up from here.
I hope so. I hope so. He was 8 for 8, 100% completion. No touchdowns though, but had 75 yards, 15.5 points. Goddard, 5 for 5, also 100%. 1 touchdown, 77 yards, 18.7 points, and he hasn't really done a whole lot this year either. That was his biggest game also. And it's almost the end of the bro breakdown. So, who's the shittiest quarterback in the NFL? Is it Desmond Ridder? We can't say Mac Jones.
Right now, yeah, I would say Ritter. Honestly, I have a bone to pick, so I would actually put Deshaun Watson below Ritter just because he just doesn't want to fucking play. He just wants to get paid.
Yeah, we can't say that because he's not playing.
Yeah.
So who's the?
Because his stats wise, when he does play the beginning of the season, hasn't played much yet since, but his stats are still better than Ritter's right now.
So, do you think that there's a team that hates their quarterback the most?
I mean, probably, but I would have to run a poll.
Who do you think has been sacked more than any other quarterback in the NFL? And how much? This stat's gonna blow your mind. It blew mine. Yes.
I mean, this year I would probably put the Giants.
James Jones?
Yeah.
How many do you think?
Well, I mean, this year.
We were only 7 games in.
But he had one that had 11. What was it, 10?
10.
So you just take that 1
I don't
week.
even know that.
10.
Was it 10?
I think 10 or 11. Fuck, he got reamed. I'd say probably like 26.
Dude, you're really damn good.
Yeah.
Danny Jones actually has 28 sacks.
Jeez.
In second place.
Yeah. Second place? Has been sacked more.
Sam Howell.
Fuck,
Guess
dude.
how many?
Probably 30.
40.
Oh my gosh.
40
really?
times. Yeah. 40
Fuck
times.
me, dude.
Guess who he's going up against next? Oh, wait, no, we're
You
going.
guys.
No, I think we're going. Is it Washington this week? Or
Yeah. You guys are going against Washington.
Is it Dallas next week?
Yeah. You guys are playing Washington this week.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's just getting.
Jeez.
Yeah. So there's
I
40,
mean,
there's 45
the
more.
first time you played them, it was really fucking close. And your first loss last year was from them, so it's a division game
I'm pretty sure that was
anyways.
Carson Wentz. Okay. Not that that's any
I
better.
want it known that I won that bet too, because I told them they're not going 10-0. They went 9-1. That lost to the Commanders.
Carson Wentz, division game, down to the wire.
It was Carson Wentz as a Commander, yeah.
And he's the Eagle. So he knows all of our shit, dude. That's not fair. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. Yeah, you're a cheater.
What?
What do you have going to the Super Bowl? Let me hear it, baby.
I don't know right now.
You're a liar.
I really don't.
Tell me some shit.
I really don't know.
Take a guess. You want to see the rankings?
What? Oh yeah, that's the number ones across the board right now.
There's number twos across the board.
Yeah,
Number threes across the board. Number fours.
Nope. 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 Yeah, you can just mark those three gone. Nope. Nope.
Nope. Also, fuck off.
They're going to the freaking playoffs, dude.
I'm not.
Well, I'm looking at playoff teams right now so I can make a decision.
Guys,
Because
you don't know who he said their yes on.
He's upset because I didn't say no on the Cowboys. That's what he's upset about.
He thinks Dallas.
They're going to the playoffs. I've said it from day one. And you've said it from day one they're not.
They're not. They don't even know what playoffs look like.
Yeah, they do. They just choke every time.
Did you hear what Jerry said?
No.
Did you hear what Jerry said on his radio show?
What?
He said he doesn't pick up the phone when it comes to letting go, when it comes to helping the team. I'm not sure exactly what he worded, but it was so ambiguous, it made people think that he waits for people to give him players to make his team better, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Anyway, the correct answer is Baltimore and Philly.
Sure. I think Detroit and KC.
You just like pissing people off, don't you?
Neither one of those are my team.
Yeah. The Dolphins aren't going.
You know what?
The Dolphins are San Francisco in the AFC.
They're going to the playoffs.
The Dolphins are San Francisco in the AFC. They have a lot of scary talent. But
the issue is their defense. It used to be their offensive line, but they've kind of picked it up with the inexperience they have on O-line right now because they're trying to prove themselves so they can keep that spot. So they're holding people back from Tua more than our original offensive line. And I was worried about the O-line to begin with because we haven't been able to protect the quarterback even back in Marino days. If Marino had one more second to throw a ball, he would have at least 2 Super Bowl rings.
Tua gets the ball off quick, though.
Well, he has to, just like when Marino was. He was one of the fastest snap-to-throw quarterbacks, and his accuracy was through the fucking roof.
Well, and that was during a time when it was a heavy rush league.
Yeah, and he was throwing the ball.
Big fullbacks, big running backs.
And we didn't have a running.
No, because we had Dan Marino.
Yeah. So if you put
greatest quarterback to never win a
line,
Super Bowl. I was talking about this with a friend.
He is the greatest quarterback to never win a Super Bowl.
Hope you're watching this, baby. Just kidding.
He, dropping bombs straight into the hands, dude.
Who's your star of the show?
This week?
Yeah. Devontae Adams. Lamar Jackson, really?
Right there. These are my diamonds for this week.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that.
This,
damn, dude.
Lamar Jackson, my player of the week.
I got a 2-way tie, and Lamar is not one of them.
Who'd you get?
Kurt.
Cousins?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Kurt and Kareem Hunt.
Really?
Yep.
See, mine was going to be Garrett or Lamar Jackson, but he put up MVP
Miles
status.
Garrett?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He's a fucking beast.
He is great. I gotta to be honest, and I might be just a little bit biased, but I got to see a little bit more out of a defensive player for them to take star of the show like that.
Because normally defensive players don't.
Right. They got to be.
But I mean, he, in my opinion, is the reason why the Browns came out with a win.
Fair. Not in the defense. Not in the defense. The defense was incredible.
He had 2 sack, forced fumbles.
Oh, right. Miles Garrett.
Yeah,
Sorry. I got stuck.
that's the defense.
I was on Baltimore again.
Blocked field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a blocked field goal.
I didn't watch the whole game. Red zone is so quick. It just.
He had 9 tackles with a pass defense.
Defension?
Well, yeah, you know.
That's not work.
He a pass defense, 9 tackles, blocked field goal, and 2 strip sacks. I mean,
That's beast.
he's the reason why they won, in my opinion.
Okay.
That defense is, dude. If they could get Deshaun Watson out there and play on an offense, maybe they'd win.
Oh, the guy they're paying hundreds of millions of dollars to.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as Deshaun.
Yeah, like fucking 50 to 60 million a fucking year just sitting on a bench.
Guys, I had a deep cough earlier. I can't play. Your week 7 Dave's Diamonds. I didn't get Addison.
Oh, here, let me get that for you.
You gonna play on your phone again?
He had 30 fucking, almost 30 fucking points.
Did he?
Yeah. He was on somebody's bench.
You picked Carolina's Hubbard?
Yeah.
He was on a bye.
Fuck, they were, weren't they? Yeah, whatever.
So, fuck our fans. All 4 of you.
All 4 of you.
We're gonna get more though, damn it. As long as David quit writing
Look at this motherfucker.
40 paragraph diatribes on Facebook and boosting it.
7 out of 10 receptions, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, 31.3 points
Hang on, what was
fantasy.
it? Hang on, 7 out of 10. How many yards?
123 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he came out injured and went back in. So there was about
Alright, so that 30,
almost half of a quarter to a quarter.
those 31.3 points almost make up for you picking a player who was on a bye week.
Hey, listen, everyone can make a mistake, even his picks this week. Next.
That's okay. That's okay. Listen. Can't win everything all the time. And if I won in all 3 leagues and beat the Dolphins, I can't complain. Plus, I'm going to have an amazing redemption. You guys are going to wait. These picks are fucking awesome. Hubbard's on a bye. Wandale Robinson. 1 reception, 22 yards, no touchdowns, 3.2 points. What the fuck? You said Jacoby.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good pick. Even after you said put Devontae in.
Yeah, separately when you were messaging me to ask for some advice.
That I didn't even take.
No, you didn't.
He goes, I asked him, I said, who should I have in? And he goes, oh, Adams.
He was actually what he was like, should I put Flowers in there or Myers? That's what you said.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, and then I said, honestly, Devontae is needing a good game. He's wanting the frickin' thing, the ball. So Devontae might be a good choice against that defense. But he wasn't. But I also...
Jacoby ended up putting on more points anyway. He got 7 receptions for 50 yards, a touchdown, and 18 points. Devontae didn't get no touchdown.
No, he didn't.
Bastard. You also said Butker. Because he's done great, but...
Yeah, I'm just trying to go from like quarterback, running back, couple wide receivers, and another oddball. That's what I'm,
That's fair.
I don't want to pick the same position.
We do another play where you get back on that little computer.
Oh, on my phone here?
Yeah. We told me Mostert. I know he was held down.
He was, yeah. He still did. Week 7. He was 6.1. 9 carries, 45 yards, 1 out of 3 receptions for 6 yards.
6 points.
Yeah, he didn't get much. If he'd got a touchdown, that would have jumped him to about 15.
If you would have waited one fucking week to talk about Deontay Foreman, Jesus Christ, that dude, he had.
Yeah, because I picked him a week before.
He had, and he didn't do shit then.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But he blew out.
Then he did 7.7 points. He had 1 reception for 2 yards, 65 rushes, 65 rushing yards for 7.7 points.
Where do you get this?
He had 89 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 31 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown for 33 points.
Yeah, he blew out.
Blew up. So I got in here and I just wanted to just toss my hat in the ring into Dave's Diamonds. And you may have spanked my ass in picks, but I spanked your ass in your own segment.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're picking obvious ones.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a diamond, not a diamond in the rough.
That's what I was doing.
This is Dave's Diamonds, not fucking Dave's Coal. JT, 1 rushing touchdown, 3 receptions, 45 receiving yards, 21 points. Solid pick. Justin Herbert, 12.8 points.
That's Taylor's first game out doing the backup.
Was it a solid pick?
Yeah.
It was, thank you. Herbert, 12.8 points. That was weak for a QB, but there it is.
Weak.
Ford, 17.4 points. Solid running back.
He picked him, and he still didn't start him.
I also picked Devontae Adams. Didn't start him. 12.7 points. Raheem Mostert was held to 45 yards.
That was his actual worst game of the season so far.
Well, yeah, he played the number 1 rushing defense.
Mm-hmm.
Just too good. Moving on to contender or pretender. You know how it goes. Devontae Adams.
What about him?
Contender or pretender? 7 for 12 receptions, 57 yards.
He's
no
a pretender
touchdowns.
as a Raider. He doesn't have enough around him in the coaching staff. He's a pretender right now.
Is he going to have a better game with Jimmy G?
Yeah, I have him actually down here as my diamond.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Because they're
sorry.
Jimmy G's coming back from his back injury, and he's going to get more looks because he's opening up now sooner. So I have Devontae Adams as one of my diamonds.
Hang on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't know why I just did that.
Oh, I thought it was later, so I didn't even notice.
No. We're all in the same segment. Sorry. We're skipping backwards back onto Dave's Diamonds.
So Dave's Diamonds, I got Devontae Adams because they've got Jimmy G coming back. He's going to have a decent game. They're not going to win that game, but I bet he gets about 150 yards.
Good.
Goff.
Okay.
Comeback game from that embarrassing loss to the Ravens. I also have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Detroit's pissed, and that's two
Detroiters, 2 lines on the same diamond list.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're gonna come back. I got George Kittle.
Okay.
Because they're playing Cincy, and Cincy gets way too many points out for tight ends.
Oh, that old ass tight end that doesn't do anything except block. That's in the diamond list.
Yeah, because he's going against Cincy's defense. That defense allows more yards and points for tight ends. It's as simple as that. And then Jonathan Taylor. I mean, he's finally getting the groove since coming back from his PUP list. Got 2 games under him. This is the first time he's outscored and outperformed the backup that was taking over for him while he was crying about wanting to get traded or whatever. I do believe that he deserves more money because he is a beast at running back. And that's what he was trying to do. He got a 1-year deal, so here he is. So those are my diamonds. I got a question for you.
What?
Did you notice Puka and Cup's points?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the receptions.
I know Puka had some big
8
plays.
to 12, 154 yards. 23.4.
He's my number 1 on on here.
And you have Cup. 2 out of 7 receptions, 29 yards, and a 2-point conversion for 6.9 points.
Yeah, he's gonna be number one.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's gonna be number one. Wait, what am I doing? And then let's go to wide receiver out here. We're gonna pick up. I don't think there's a wide receiver. Let's get a running back. We're gonna do Checo. One more.
Are they playing Denver again? No.
KC, yes.
Didn't they just play fucking Denver?
No, you played Denver.
No, they just played them this year too. That's kind of like us. It's stupid. Okay,
yeah,
look.
they played in week 6.
Yeah, look. Literally week 6, now week 8. We played the Patriots, and we're playing them again already. We have yet to play the Jets at all. And usually you pay 1-1-1 and then 1-1-1.
Well, they got 18 games with the bye. Who are the Jets playing?
I don't think KC's played the Raiders yet.
The Jets are playing the Giants.
Have they?
No, they are this week.
No, I'm saying, have the Chiefs played the Raiders yet?
Well, they played the Chargers last week. They played Denver the week before.
Yeah, I don't think they played the Raiders, just like we haven't played the Jets yet.
They played Minnesota the week before that. Anyway. Who do I got? Running back, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end.
It's your division.
My division? Dallas, Washington, Giants.
Dallas. So you haven't played Dallas yet.
I'm playing them
And
next week.
you're playing Washington twice before you even play Dallas, just like.
No, we're playing Washington once.
No, this is the second time this season. This week.
You might be right. I'm not entirely sure. I smoke a lot of weed.
Like literally, that's already 3 different teams that has only played 2 of them, and they're playing a second one, another one for the second time before playing that third person in their division. That's nuts.
I don't know. Anyway, we already said Adams. So listen, man, I'm actually gonna go ahead and put Adams. Not yet, but if he's on here for another week, he's gonna be a permanent pretender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like I said, he needs more around him with coaching staff and reliability. I mean, he's becoming a disgruntled person in the locker room, and you don't want that.
Right.
So.
And he's being vocal about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the same time, they did all those moves to get him, right? They screwed over a starting quarterback just to get him.
Yeah, fuck Derek Carr's whole everything up, dude.
Just to get Devontae Adams.
That was some of the ruthless that I've ever seen anyone.
And they're not even utilizing the guy to his ability.
I just don't know if he's able to capitalize, really, to be honest with you. If Jacoby can do it better
Well,
than
now
he
with
can.
that freaking coaching staff.
Yeah, Josh McDaniels, dude, you're fucking fired.
Like, when was the last time the Raiders were relevant?
I mean, they've been relevant the last couple of years. Last year, for sure. Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
That was relevant.
They were so relevant, they didn't even make it to the wild card.
Shit happens.
They can't even beat their own division.
They have a strong division.
The Broncos are strong?
No. I mean, they're not. If you look at them on paper, you'd think so.
Oh, my gosh. Listen.
Bijan. I'm doing this in all capital letters.
Pretender.
Because look, he's been on here every single week. Pretender, pretender, pretender.
Why even bring him up then? Pick somebody else.
Because you said if it was 4 weeks, in a row.
No, I said 3 in this.
3 in a way. Yeah. This is the third. So, tell them what they have. What do they have at his?
They got his ticket. And a rookie not coming out to play because he has a toe hurt.
He stubbed his toe.
I'm sorry, but rookie contract is there for you to prove yourself in the NFL to get a better contract and to have that ability to do anything else. You a crybaby.
Yeah, sprained his vagina.
Fucking Herbert's playing with a fractured fucking finger on the other hand when he's holding the ball, throwing it. Yet you stubbed a toe or fucking your vagina started bleeding, you're off the fucking bench. Pardon, my bad. I said vagina bleeding. Even a vagina can take more of a beating than a Bijan.
I don't know if we have any female listeners in our 4 of them.
Either way, you guys can give birth. This guy stubs a toe and cries.
I'll be honest with you. I was kind of lackluster on my contender pretender list because I have Kirk Cousins on here, but I must have been like high already.
Yeah, I told you he was not a.
And then I've got Dak Prescott on here, even though they have the bye week, because I fucking hate him. 272 yards, 1 touchdown, 109.3 QBR, 24.8 points in fantasy, and this was his best week. Is Dak Prescott a pretender?
If he can play, like he loves the game still.
We haven't seen that. We haven't seen that in years.
We're just now watching Baker Mayfield come out.
Baker's great. I think
But he got screwed, just like Dak Prescott.
I wholeheartedly believe that Baker is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
Hold on. I think I'm thinking of another quarterback.
Dak. He's the bad one on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Baker.
Dak Prescott is a choke artist.
Yeah, he's not good. And I'm sick of pretending like he is. I don't know why we have this.
You said he was top 10.
I don't know why I have this ideation that the Dallas Cowboys are a good team.
Last week you said he was in the top 10 of the quarterbacks, and he was in the elite running for quarterbacks in the league right now. Top tier, that's what you said.
Did I say that?
Yeah. You said Brock Purdy wasn't, and I started writing them down. You said...
Alright, so I'm going to say something that's... It hurts me just thinking it. I think that Dak Prescott would do better in San Francisco than Brock Purdy is. I think Dak Prescott would do better in San Francisco than Brock Purdy would in Dallas.
You think?
Mm-hmm. I do.
I don't know.
That's how much I think that it's the system in San Francisco.
I don't think so. I think Dak would still choke. And I think Brock Purdy, with the weapons that the Cowboys actually do have, that defense alone, and the offense weapons that he can utilize, I think he would do better than Dak would do as a 49er.
All right, guys. We have come to the final part of the show, Stefan's selection. So this is the picks for the upcoming week. I'll tell you what, I didn't do this. I don't know why. I think I was waiting to see how it was going to play out.
What?
Minnesota. Week 8. Going into week 8. Tampa Bay at Buffalo. I think we're gonna see Buffalo take this one, guys.
It's at Buffalo, of course they are.
I think we're gonna see Buffalo take this one. The Rams and at Dallas. Is it at Dallas?
Let me pull up my. Is it at Dallas? Let's see.
If it's at Dallas, I think Dallas is gonna take it. But if it's in Los Angeles, I think Stafford and Puka.
It's in Dallas.
Dallas it is. They still might get the upset there. Minnesota is going to beat up Green Bay. I don't think Jordan Love has what it takes to to take this one out. Atlanta and Tennessee.
It's funny because I got the Packers winning that one.
Do you? I don't know if Jordan Love is going to be able to hold out.
I think it's a compound of thoughts. That's why I'm picking them.
I
haven't made the decision yet, but I'm leaning towards Green Bay. It's in Lambeau. They haven't done nothing. They need to prove themselves. And the Vikings are riding a high that might cripple them. They might think they're too big for their own britches at this point, going into Lambeau.
I got Tennessee beating Atlanta.
You got Tennessee beating Atlanta? I don't know about that one. Are they playing in Tennessee?
I don't think so. But after what I saw at Desmond Reader going up against Derrick Henry,
They're playing in Tennessee.
times it is. Indianapolis over New Orleans.
I don't know about that one either.
It's going to be a good one. Miami is going to beat New England.
I'm thinking the same thing.
The Jets going to hand the loss to Mr. Dable and the Giants.
Playing in New York, and they're both New York teams, so I could see that. It's gonna be a close game.
It's going to be New York.
Which one?
The Jets. The Jets. The Jets. The goddamn Jets. Jacksonville is putting a hurting on Pittsburgh. Philadelphia is beating up Washington. Houston beating Carolina. It's David's upset.
It is. The Panthers they're going to get a win. They're 0-6 right now. I put them possibly beating Houston right now. Because it's going to be in Carolina anyways. And I think that'll be the upset of the week. Maybe not the upset of the week. What else we got going? Like I said, I haven't pulled the pick sheet out yet and looked through it. The Ravens are going to beat the Cardinals. It's not even a fucking game.
Maybe.
Hey, that one might. 49ers are going to win that one.
Got one here. Philly's beating up Washington. Houston is taking out Carolina. Cleveland is going to beat Seattle. KC is hurting Denver bad. That's going to be a bad one. Baltimore over Arizona. San Francisco over Cincinnati. There's one that I'm not feeling super great about. I've got Chicago over the Chargers. But I think I'm going to switch that one up.
They're playing in LA.
They are playing in LA?
Yeah. Chicago's got to fly to LA to play.
Chargers it is. And then finishing it off, Detroit is handing another loss to Las Vegas, putting even more pressure on Josh McDaniels. All right. Guys, that is the end of our show. Thank you so much for everyone who watches it, all four of you. We really appreciate it. We hope to continue to deliver these to you every Tuesday. Sorry for being a day late.
Yeah, I had a sewage issue. Dad and homeowner issues.
Shitty life.
Literally.
Shitty life.
Elbow deep. Got it done, though.
All right, guys. From everyone here at Banter, it's Stephen and David. Thank you guys so much. Love you.